Alright, so in today's episode, we're going to be What the... Oh, hang on. Turtle, come back here. Okay, come back. What the... Hello and welcome to the FTB Spots. This episode, we're going to be talking about the turtle from ComputerCraft. I've decided to take a little break from GregTech since I could spend probably the next 3 months going over GregTech things. So we are going to talk about the turtle today. This is from the ComputerCraft mod. It's quite extensive what you can do with these little guys. There is what the turtle looks like. You can do a lot of programming. The programming is Lua, so if you know Lua programming, you can do a whole heck of a lot with these. So let's get started into what we need to talk about. How to build it, first of all. You need to build a computer from ComputerCraft. Real easy, smooth stone, redstone, and glass pane. Grab that. Next, you build the turtle. That's it. 2 steps. Iron, a chest. Put that computer right in the middle. That gives you a turtle. This turtle, however, doesn't really do a whole lot. For our purposes, we're going to be talking about the mining turtle today. To make a mining turtle, you put a turtle with not a wooden pick, not a iron pick, not a gold, not ruby. You need diamond. Diamond pick. It does need to be on the side of it too. And if you had been watching mine and Ben's old FTB Let's Play, we said that one of the first things you're going to do with your diamonds is going to be make a turtle, and I will show you why in this video. First of all, let's go over some of the movements that this guy does, some of the basic commands you can do. To place, you put him down on the ground with right click, which is what I just did. Then to access his interface, you right click on him. You can tell him to go forward, for instance, but it will not do that because it doesn't have any fuel. It does take fuel. You can give it planks and to tell it to refuel. This right here, this little outline, is the inventory space. This is the turtle's inventory. Should have explained that first. This is your turtle's inventory and this is yours. This is what the turtle is looking at. So for instance, if I tell it to refuel, it will look through the entire inventory to find a fuel item. That plank was worth 15 fuel. 1 fuel is good for 1 movement point. So again, if I refuel with a log, it's going to give me 15. So do split your logs into planks. You'll get 4 times the fuel by doing that. Coal, charcoal are 80 each. Let's see, it's 110, and then this will put it up to 190. Coal and charcoal, both the same thing right there. You can also fuel this with lava. Take a lava bucket, hit refuel, and you get 1,000 fuel. So it is the best idea to do this with lava. You can use lava cells, again, refuel, and it will consume the cell, so you are losing your cell by doing that. Point to note, lava capsules, lava cans, and lava void capsules don't do anything. See, there was no fuel that it recognized, so it did not refuel anything. Now, let's say you were mining a whole ton of coal, and you only want it to refuel, say, 2 or 3. Let's say 3. You can tell it to take only 3 coal. That will give us 2 coal left in the inventory. Otherwise, if you want it to grab absolutely everything that you have, you can say refuel all, and it will give itself everything. Now, one thing to note on this. We'll go back to the movement first. You can tell it to go forward, and it will go forward. You can tell it to turn left, and it will turn left also. It will turn right, and go back in the direction it was facing. And it can go back, and you can tell it to go back more than 1, forward more than 1, go forward 5, and anything of that sort. One thing To note, if you want to check your fuel level without refueling, tell it to refuel 0. And you can see with a little bit of movement that we did, the fuel level did go down. And I will show you again, refuel 0 will not take anything, but it will check your fuel levels without actually consuming any fuel. Alright, so one thing you do need to know too, you can pick this up by using a pick. We had 75,000 fuel in this turtle, and I'm going to get rid of all the turtles in my inventory. Pick this guy up, so that is the same one I was just using. You put him back down, check your fuel levels, and you just lost $75,000. 75,000 fuel points on your turtle by picking him up. So, what we want to do is label this guy. Label, set, or is it set label? Great, now I can't remember. And we will call him Computer Label Set to Master of Disguise. So now if I fuel this guy up, refuel, fuel level is 15. We will pick him up. And when you pick him up, he drops everything in his inventory. Check his fuel level, and it is still 15. That is why you want to label it. If you label it, that makes this turtle independent of any other turtle in the game. So if I grabbed a ton of mining turtles, he's not going to stack in with these. He won't. He's a separate turtle now. The ID, you can see the ID even is different. 1228.5, 1227.73. So he's a completely different entity once you label him, and that is how he's able to save his fuel. Now, like I was saying, the way to... Did I just get rid of him? No, there he is. You can program a lot on this guy. Interactive Lua prompt. So now I'm in Lua, and I can dig function something other. I really don't know any commands in this. But if you do know Lua and you're willing to look at the wiki for ComputerCraft, you can actually do a whole lot of programming. Ben goes into a ton of this stuff. He has his own, what he calls the ComputerCraft Challenge, where he doesn't break any blocks, or only, I think he broke maybe 1 or 2 blocks just out of convenience sake. But all his building, all his mining, everything he does is done with turtles using Lua programming. If you're interested in that, learning more about how to do that, check out his channel. I will put it in the description. Now, if you are not a Lua person, which I am not, how do you do it? Exit function. There we go. And now he will forward. You can also say go FD to go forward. Go BK to go back. Turn RT. Did that work? Yes, it did. And turn, I believe it's LT too. So there are some shortcuts for the movement commands. Just thought I should throw that one in there. Let me get my cool Ruby pick back. Now, as I was saying, if you're not into Lua programming, you still can use this turtle. He comes with some preset programs. The first program I'm going to show you after I refuel, that will definitely be enough, is Tunnel. That program, to run it, you just say tunnel, and then you pick how many squares you want to go. The square that he is on is number 1. If you tell him to tunnel 1, this is what will happen. He will not go forward. So if you want him to go forward 1 square, you're going to say tunnel 2. And that way he will tunnel through the plane he is on, and he will go forward 1, and he will tunnel a 2x3 area as far as you tell him to go, and he will stop. So if I want him to finish going through here, this is a 5x5 little chunk that I made, we can do such, and he will just keep going until he reaches the 5. Or something stops him. I believe there are a few things that can stop him. We'll get into that in just a bit. Oh yeah, watch him work. Notice that the block breaking is instant. There is no him trying to wait a couple seconds, which will be quite interesting. Oh, and don't worry about these slabs. I've actually used the wrong These are stone slabs. I used the wrong tile to build these, I realized. Yeah, that was great. Second command we want to talk about, and I need to fly to get up there. Game mode, right? Cheaty? Yes, cheaty. Game mode 1. Alright, we are going to place him right there. I want to knock that out for a second so I can show you this. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5 area, and once again notice I am starting him on the left back corner, I guess. He will always dig first straight and then to the left. So you do need to place him there. This is the origin, and he's going to go that direction. He will never, if you place him here, he won't go to the right unless you program your own excavation program. So I'm going to tell him to excavate, and then I'm going to terminate his program. To terminate his program, I will show you. Excavate, sure, excavate 5. He will excavate a 5 by 5 area. And for some reason he knocks out that first block right underneath him when he does this. I'm not really sure why he does that. Not that bad about that, maybe he'll know. Then he drops down to the next level and he starts at it. And he will just continue to go and go down and down and down. That's the excavate. So he's basically a little quarry. He does take a bit more fuel than a quarry, I do believe, and he's not quite maintenance free. He has a shorter, or a very small inventory, as you can see right here. And again, stone slabs, my fault. To terminate this program, you can try to get in front of him, and he might... Let me see if he'll stop if I can get in... Come on. Nope. Nope, he's not doing that. Not the easiest thing in the world. So to terminate, go into his interface, hold Control and T for a bit, and it will stop the program from running. You don't need to chase after him. Just grab it, hold Control T, it will stop the program. Something I should show you before... Let's go back over here and plunk that down. Place our turtle. We're... oh my goodness. What is your name? I think I actually cloned him because I'm in creative mode. Huh. How interesting. Apparently you can clone turtles if you're in creative mode. I'm going to take this new guy though, not Master of Disguise, who I placed. Wow. This is really going to get confusing with all my turtle cloning in here. Yeah, there, see his name? Master of Disguise. So I grabbed a new turtle. Let me get some planks of wood because I foolishly got rid of them all. And refuel. Excavate 5. He will go 15 blocks and then he will run out of fuel. So what happens when he runs out of fuel? This is what happens. He's supposed to go all the way back to his starting point. He didn't quite make it though. So he goes back to his starting point. And again, he didn't quite make it, which is odd. I'll have to check into that. It's the first time that has ever happened to me. You know what? Let's have you go down. Oh yeah, you're out of fuel. Go down. Alright, excavate 15. And he ran out of fuel. He's coming back, and bleh, he spits out all of the stuff he just picked up, which can be nice, actually. And let me show you what I mean. We'll put this stuff back. Place our mining turtle. You see, he's smart enough to put stuff into a chest. So let's go ahead and grab a... Wow, turtle on top of a turtle. I'm just going turtle crazy. So once again, we will hit refuel, excavate 5, runs out of fuel, comes back. What do you know? He's stopping too short. Returning to surface. Alright, after having a few difficulties getting this turtle to come back to the chest after he's... I do believe I have this figured out now. Excavate, we'll say 8. He only has 14 fuel in him, so he'll go out 7. He'll come straight back to where he was. And he comes up to the chest. He grabbed 4 stone from there, and he did put them in the chest. So once he's done, once he hits bedrock, he's not able to go down anymore. He will come back as long as he has enough fuel. He will come back to the chest, dump off his load. If his inventory becomes full, he will also come back to the chest and dump off his load. And what do I mean by the chest? The chest is exactly behind where he starts out. So he will spit everything out right in this block. If you put the chest there, he'll dump it in the chest. If there's no chest there, he will just spit it out onto the ground. And after 5 minutes, you lose your junk. So do put a chest there, probably a double chest or bigger. Well, iron's not as big as the double, is it? It's about 1.5, or is it as big as the double? Yeah, it's as big as the double chest. So like diamond chest, something along those lines would probably be a good idea. Or ender chest, I'm pretty sure they work with those. And then you can pull stuff out or have it have it pulled out on your own. So that is kind of nice that it will dump stuff off in the chest once it's done. So experiment with it a little bit. Now, a few things that you do need to know about turtles. I'm going to have this guy tunnel. I'll just send him through 2. Ready? He first takes the spot he's in, then he goes, and he popped that torch off. So if he is mining, you do have a chance of losing your torches. Now, I've placed this torch in a different orientation. The first torch was placed right there, so he knocked this middle brick off first. Now, if I tell him to tunnel 2, he's going to again take the first row he's on, go up, and that time he grabbed the torch. So the difference was the torch was sitting here and here. When he popped this block off, he did not grab the torch. But when he actually directly hit the torch, he did grab it. Why is this important? Why am I bringing this up? Because you have these little things in FTB. And if he hits them wrong... Oh my goodness. Come on. Tunnel 2... If he hits the block it's resting on before he hits... Oh, I just grabbed it myself. He's not going to pick them up. Again, here is another case where he's going to knock that off and not pick it up. Because he's starting from the top and then going down to the bottom. If, however, you put that there... And he only need... I'll just do 2 again. He's going to go up, over... grab the stuff and you're good. So you do have a chance that he's going to pick up those quartz crystals, but it's not guaranteed. One reason why it's not the best to do automatic mining stuff. I need to fly again to get up there, don't I? Whatever, we'll just climb. So what I want to show you here then, grab Mr. Turtle again, and I do have a spawning egg. And I keep this on peaceful mode, otherwise slimes appear. So, first off, I got to change this to something besides peaceful. Here's a zombie. He's being protected from the sunlight, yes. And our little turtle is... He's just going to do a 3x3 area, and he's mining downward, and oh, he happens upon a dungeon filled with a ton of baddies, and... What will he do about it? Will he kill the guy? Will he go through it? Will he bounce off him and go, oh, that didn't work very well. Bah. Alright, so I could have set this up a little bit better. Granted, I could have. Go forward. And I'm going to tell him to excavate straight down. Vate 1. Oh, not bad, hey? Oh, and then he comes up and hits me. Oh, stupid turtle. And like he normally does, he dropped that all off, and he did have all that junk in him too. So there you have it. That is what happens when he runs across a mob. He just kills it to death. Kills it to death. Last thing, what is the big deal about this turtle? Oh, you can actually, a little trick that Ben did. You can actually lift yourself up off the ground. He did that in his ComputerCraft challenge. Pretty cool. Go forward, and you don't follow him. Go back, and he'll probably. Oh, there we go. All right, this is obsidian. I'm gonna stop fooling around and show you actually what I want to show you. Did you see how fast he knocked that obsidian block out? Knocked it out like it was a piece of glass. It is a diamond pick. Now, normally it takes you 15 seconds or so to mine obsidian with a diamond pick. Turtle does it instantly. It does all blocks instantly. One reason why it's very nice to use your first diamond pick to build a turtle. The other thing to mention is that the pick never breaks. It has an infinite durability when it's attached to a turtle. Another reason why you want to use your first 3 diamonds, your first diamond pick to build a turtle, because you will have that diamond pick then forever. It won't run out, and your obsidian mining will be quite easy. So, Mr. Turtle, let's go to the next little section that we need to talk about. And you know what? I got rid of that little station because it wasn't working for me. So let's just build one right over here. What about lava? Because when you're mining, you do have a chance, a very good chance, that you're going to run across lava. How will Mr. Turtle respond to that? Go forward. That is how he responds to that. He's like a honey badger. He don't care. He just goes through that stupid lava. I'm gonna kill myself doing this. Yep, there we go. I know how to fix this. Let's get rid of the lava. Oh, hello, Mr. Turtle. Go up. Go up 4. And there is our turtle, live and kicking. He is immune to lava, which is very nice. So go ahead, use this guy for your very first quarry. Just, I would recommend filling him up with lava instead of using coal and stuff if you can. If you found a source of lava, that's definitely the best way to go. That right there, looking over what I want to talk on, it looks like that's all we're going to do. Again, I'm going to put a plug-in for Ben's ComputerCraft Challenge if you're interested in turtles and customization and programming, and I mean, he's just done crazy stuff on there. I haven't had a chance to watch through it all. There's one of the most common things is a tree cutting down program where you just set him and he'll cut down the tree for you. You don't have to climb up it or anything, which is quite nice. If you watch the FTB Artisans, there is a mob spawner system that they used melee turtles, a turtle with a sword, to have pretty much an infinite supply of whatever mob spawner they had in there. Combined with soul shards, it actually was quite effective. He also was, last time I talked to him, he was showing me a program he was making for his own network. He was programming an operating system or some type of a server. A server, that was it. He was programming a server and would have multiple turtles dial into the server, get their location through a GPS system. He said it's just crazy stuff. interested in that, go watch his stuff. I'll put the link down in the description right here. Ben's ComputerCraft Challenge. So thanks again for watching the FTB spot, and as the sun sets, I'm going to say goodbye.